Ah, summer vacation. Just saying those words probably brings back a flood of memories, right? Sunshine, freedom, long, lazy days. It's that break we all look forward to. But what if I told you there's so much more to this tradition than just hitting the pause button? Let's dive in and really unpack the anatomy of summer.
So let's just ask the big question right up front. What is summer vacation really? Is it just some empty time we have to fill between school years? Or is it something more fundamental to how we learn, how we grow, and how we connect with each other?
All right, so here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll look at the surprising origins of summer break. Then, we'll get into the classic summer playbook, all those activities we know and love. After that, we'll explore the real growth that happens outside the classroom. And finally, we'll check out how summer is experienced all around the globe today.
Okay, let's get into part one. Why do we even have a summer break? I think a lot of us have this idea that it's all about farming, right? Kids needed to be home to help on the farm. Well, that's part of the story, but the real history is actually a bit more complex and pretty surprising.
So yeah, the story does start back in agrarian societies. Children's help was absolutely crucial on the farm during the busy seasons. But here's the twist. As people started moving to cities during the industrial age, the long break didn't just vanish. Instead, it got standardized, it got adopted everywhere. It evolved from this practical necessity into what it is today, a really powerful cultural symbol of freedom, of creativity, and that essential balance between work and life.
So now that we have all this time carved out for us, what do we actually do with it? That brings us to our second section, the classic summer vacation playbook. First up, and this is a big one for so many of us, is a cornerstone of the summer experience, adventure and exploration. This is the time to travel, right? I mean, whether it's this huge trip to another country or just a short road trip to a town you've never explored, travel is completely transformative. It lets us dive into new cultures, taste totally different foods, and it genuinely broadens our entire understanding of the world. It's basically a classroom without any walls.
But summer isn't just about the miles you cover. It's also about the journey you take inward. For a lot of people, it's the perfect time to go deep on hobbies and personal projects.
All that unstructured time is such a gift. It's the space you need to finally learn that language, get way better at guitar, or maybe volunteer for a cause you really care about. And these aren't just for fun. They're like these early experiments in directing your own growth. They foster discipline and creativity, and they build a real sense of self-confidence that you carry with you for the rest of the year.
And of course, no summer playbook would ever be complete without answering that call of the wild and just embracing the great outdoors.
Swimming, hiking, camping, these are the hallmarks of the season. Things like summer camp are legendary for creating these unforgettable memories and teaching you how to work as a team. Getting outside doesn't just strengthen our friendships and family bonds, it's also a massive boost for both our physical and our mental well-being.
Okay, so this brings us to our third section. Because when you look past all the fun activities, summer is truly a time for some real, profound growth.
Now, what's really fascinating here is the contrast. The school year is fantastic for structured learning. You're following a curriculum, you're hitting deadlines, but the summer break, it offers something just as valuable, self-directed growth. This is when you learn to manage your own schedule, pursue your own interests, and build those crucial life skills like independence and responsibility.
Summer also plays this huge role in weaving together our social fabric. It's the season of family reunions, of community festivals, and outdoor concerts. And these events, they're not just entertainment. They actually promote social cohesion, letting us connect with our neighbors and celebrate our local heritage and culture all together. And this quote just nails the core idea. The source material puts it perfectly, saying, ultimately, summer vacation is not just a season. It is an invaluable chapter in the journey of life, shaping experiences, knowledge, and memories that last a lifetime. Now, of course, with all this freedom, there is a well-known challenge, something educators call summer learning loss. It's the very real potential for academic skills to kind of slide when students aren't engaged. And that's exactly why finding a good balance between relaxation and some stimulating, productive activities is so important.
So, for our final section, let's widen the lens a bit and look at how this whole experience is both global and constantly changing in our modern world.
Summer break isn't some universal template. The experience varies so much across the world. In the United States, it's that classic long break defined by road trips and summer camps. But in Japan, the break is shorter, and it's highlighted by these vibrant summer festivals called matsuri.
And then you go to Scandinavia, and it's all about retreating to a summer cottage by a lake for fishing and swimming. Pretty different, right?
And in our digital age, the modern summer presents a totally new challenge: finding the right balance. Technology offers some incredible tools, from virtual tours to online learning, which is great, but it's so essential to weigh that screen time against real-world experiences. You know, the outdoor play and the face-to-face interactions that are absolutely vital for a person's holistic development.
Which brings us to our key takeaway. Summer isn't just an empty void in the calendar. It's an active, essential period. Yes, for rest, but also for adventure, for social connection, and for some really profound personal growth that helps shape who we become.
So, I'll leave you with this final thought. Now that you know all of its potential for growth and connection and adventure, how are you going to make your next summer more than just a break?